upon by a non-zero net force. An object moving at a constant velocity will continue moving at a constant velocity unless acted upon by a non-zero net force. Inertia. All objects, moving or not, resist changes in motion. Resistance to change in motion is called inertia. Newton's first law of motion is also called the law of inertia. Newton's first law of motion applies to our car by the air being forced out of the balloon. The car doesn't start to move unless the air is allowed to escape the balloon.
Newton's second law of motion states that an object's acceleration depends on its mass and on the net force acting on it. The relationship can be written as follows. Net force over mass equals acceleration.
Newton's second law applies to our car because since our car has less mass, the force of the air coming from the balloon pushes the car further than it would with a heavier vehicle.
Newton's third law of motion states that if one object exerts a force on another object, then the second object exerts a force of equal strength in the opposite direction on the first object.
Newton's third law also applies to our car. If we imagine the vehicle as a rocket, the action is the engine pushing to the ground. In this case, it's the force coming out of the balloon pushing the imaginary air wall. The equal and opposite reaction would be the force pushing the rocket up into the sky. In our case, the force pushing the air wall would push the car forward.